Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, 878 Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling, more or less, actually. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to hang out with all you guys this week. Hey, we're back on a Tuesday for this week only. We may do another Monday show next week. Sorry, Mike. Well, it depends on how much sleep I want to get before I have to do a gig early Tuesday morning. Or maybe we'll do. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll do the show sometime. TV. Card subject to change. We'll say that. Speaking of the card, first line up on the card, headlining this card with me week to week. He is the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE from Hopewell Junction, New York. I got all of it, Mike. Mad Mike's with us.
He got it. By the way, that letter is it's a part of history now.
It's a part of history now? Yes, because there's no company named WWE Incorporated or wherever the fuck it was, right? Mm-hmm. It is now. We'll get to that in a moment here, but also with us.
By the way,
yes.
I apologize if you are coming to this show by recommendation from my wife from the Aloha Mora podcast where she plugged this show. Apologies. We say fuck a lot.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I hope you enjoy your Harry fucking Potter.
Aloha goddamn Mora.
Yeah.
What he said.
That thing. And that voice you're hearing. Let me get all these right. He is Satan's favorite saint. Wet and Wild. Thank you for not being as wet this evening on the couch in the studio. And the crust punk crowd killer, Brandon St. James, has joined us this evening.
Hell yeah.
on the list. We're checking down. We're collecting all the 880 wrestlers, the Steel City Killers here in the studio, right? So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're going to get into what the hell is going on with you here. But first of all, I do need a definition. What is a crust punk crowd killer?
A crust punk first is a dirty, dingy human who lives in squalor, loves heavy music, and drinks lots of alcohol, and does other extracurricular activities and enjoys such violence like myself. And a crowd killer is a derivative of a person who likes to get into mosh pits and hurt people deliberately.
Oh, you're that guy. You're that
sometimes.
guy. Yes, I've been to Ozfest. I remember that guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I almost had to send one of my lady friends to the hospital because of that.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah,
but
know.
I did have an Ozfest T-shirt on yesterday. That's a fact.
Oh, that's how I watched. That's how I caught most of the like good catch up on classic rock I never saw bands. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's dope.
So Motley Crue, how Ozzy himself.
Sick.
I mean, holy crap! You know,
I've never seen Ozzy or Motley Crue. That's dope.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it was good. I was looking at the list. I was like, wow, I got yes,
Are we
Mad
on
Mike.
Facebook?
We should be on Facebook.
I don't see us. on
We'll investigate that. Don't worry about it. But anyways, we are definitely on the IndyWrestling.us YouTube and Twitch, as well as on Wrestling Mayhem show stuff too. I see GME is in. Yes.
Bummer.
Gianni Michael Enrico is on the Twitch. Brandon St. James is a loser, and he actually signed it, Gianni. Who signs their own message in the chat, dude?
Yeah, well, that's like some.
What is that?
That's like the most dad
and
shit.
Can you really sign a message if you're typing it?
I mean, like, you have a username. It literally says it's GME. Okay?
That reminds me of like somewhere around like 2000 and maybe 10, where people used to put the signatures on their text messages. Like back when I was in high school, that was a thing. I could totally see Gianni doing something like that still, like the nerd he is.
Exactly. Anyways, and also KC War, BSJ, more like BS. What is that? Texting word. You didn't even spell it right. What are you, like a Twitch sociopath? What the shit is this?
He's a shoot psychopath. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh shit! All right.
But I mean that in the best way possible.
In the
'cause I
best
love
way
that man.
possible. That's all love here from the Wrestling Mayhem show. See you Thursday. Anyways, and refer back to the Gianni Michael Enrico interview that we had several weeks ago. Oh God, where are we? I'm trying to fix the stream. It's whatever's going on with the stream right now, because apparently Facebook broke. Oh,
no.
thank you, Facebook.
Okay.
That's why
I was
there's
gonna
no
say, I'm
link.
like, I know I'm not going crazy here.
We'll try this again. We may join the Facebook here late then, because it actually did let me do a lever here. So hopefully we've joined you guys on Facebook. If you have missed the first 5 minutes of the show, you'll want to go watch it over on YouTube or something right now.
There it is.
There it is. There, the button worked this time. They must have changed something up there. Sorry about that, guys. But we are here on the Facebook. This is the Wrestling Mayhem show. So let's get into the news. Brandon St. James is here of 880 Wrestling and VCW as well. You've been making the rounds.
Making a little rounds.
Of course, the Steel City Killers are everywhere. That's Shoot Psychopaths, says GME in the Twitch chat. Oh, I'm so glad I put all the chats up tonight. This is going to be fun. Okay, anyways, first of all, the biggest news is that the something called the WWE, formerly known as the WWE, I guess it is a new era. Of course, we know that Endeavor has been, who I think was the parent company of UFC, has been looking to merge WWE in. They are now a new company named TKO. I like the branding. I gotta admit, I do like the branding. And they did unveil their merger, finalized with the new logo and everything over on the over on Wall Street, over on the Wall Street, I guess. I don't know what that means for anything. Nick Khan apparently is now officially not CEO, president of the WWE, and I think there's some movements around for Dana White as well. I think he's CEO of UFC, and they named somebody else somewhere along that line as well. I thought it was funny because this looks like it was a header from social media. I'm trying to pull it up. The Sean Ross Sapp fellow. By the way, I feel like I've passed Sean Ross Sapp in the crowd at like WrestleMania and SummerSlam because there's always this dude and he looks familiar and he's got a media pass, and I swear I've seen the same guy at both events, and I'm pretty sure it's him. But who knows?
I wouldn't even know.
He's in my Twitter a lot, so I get to see the face.
Sure.
But some social media header has like a montage. Oh, here it is for the visual. And somebody pointed out that, do I have this set up? There it is. Okay, cool. We got some of the UFC stuff. You see some Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You see John Cena in there.
Is that Naomi?
Yeah, look. Hey, look. There's Impact Knockout Champion Trinity Naomi, whatever name she is this week, over there as part of this header. So, the overview. Oh, this is the website, it looks like. So, because you can see the navigation at the top. What's that?
Like this is live?
This is apparently live on their website. This is a screen cap that they had tweeted out.
Okay.
Yeah, Impact Knockouts Champion Trinity is in the header for TKO.
That's awesome.
Is it TKO.com? Wait, I got to see this website now. No, TKO.com is strength and performance. So TKO... UFC, WWE. Let's see if we can find that. See if that's still live. Have they fixed it after they've got called out for it? Here's the problem with it. You find things, you can't find the website. It's all news about the thing. And what are you supposed to do with that? Anyways, there's a Twitter or whatever it is these days. Yeah, that's the header over on. Now they got Ronda Rousey in WWE mode. We're just like reading the tea leaves on their covers. Let's see. Looks like, I don't know about the UFC people, but looks like all the WWE people are employed here. So look, Logan Paul's getting about to get jacked in the face there. Seth, Bianca, Cena, Ronda Rousey in WWE Championship mode. So there you go. So there's an idea what's going on there. I hope that doesn't bode well for how much attention whoever the higher ups are in the big company is. Here is this is a video from Wall Street, and this is kind of interesting. I'm going to get pulled down for this. They had giant championship belts, both championship belts out there, and there's Dana White. Oh, I thought I was going to meet up with Triple H because that was the shot before. I was really. There you go. There's Triple H hanging out.
For the giant belt.
They had Bianca and Montez out there. So that's cool. There's Triple H. Is there a picture of Triple H pointing at Dana White like he just got signed to NXT? Please tell me that's out there somewhere. Please, internet, take care of that for me. So we're going to get rid of that before we get too much and get taken down. And Vince is really sticking to this mustache. He is definitely on the prowl or in witness protection from his federal charges. Anyways... either way, this is a monumental thing. Like this, for better or worse, whatever this is going to be, I'm very interested to see what that does. Hopefully, this is a company that's smart and leaves both companies alone because they're really on the right track. That's why this is happening, right?
I have to assume.
Yeah,
they're doing something right.
Right, like what do you it's like it's like getting wrestlers that were really big and had a following on the indies and completely changing their gimmick.
Listen,
if you did anything else,
I'm a fan of what WWE is doing.
Yeah,
I can't speak,
especially right now.
I can't speak to UFC. I know not a single thing about it.
I'm impressed with for UFC. I'm impressed with because UFC is the thing that I run into when I end up at a bar after doing an MMA show. So it happens to be on. Oh, what is open? Permane Brothers and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
All right, guess that's what we're doing. What's on almost every Saturday night? A UFC pay-per-view at this point.
Is it really?
It seems like it. They have at least 2 a month or something like that.
They have a lot of shows.
They have a lot of shows. And I'm and I'm more analytical, obviously, since I do production with MMA. Smaller end MMA, of course, great companies, but they're basically they're the indies of MMA.
Yeah.
But so that means I'm fast. I watch all sports not because I like sports, but because I want to watch the production of sports, and take notes. So and I'm really impressed about the presentation of UFC. So, but also there are the original big wigs in this, like they, and just like WWE has been doing this weekly, multiple times a week for years, decades, right? There's a reason they're the tight ship, and where like an AEW isn't yet.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that. Like they have a model and they roll with it.
And it's almost like a grassroots production of sorts. Like they started so small and it's grown to be this insanely massive thing.
Yeah.
Just as WWE. I mean, WWE was never quite a grassroots thing, but like they've grown exponentially since their start, so I guess it's it's just the evolution of combat sports, here we are.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, and I am forever impressed. I still am, especially right now, very excited to buy my tickets for WWE shows as I am for AEW shows, for different reasons, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like, I will go to any AEW show I can, but nothing beats going to, like, a football stadium to watch pro wrestling.
It is,
It is a next level thing.
Like, I watch more AEW than I do WWE right now, but I will say still going to even watching it on TV, WWE still has a way more captivating atmosphere. Like I love watching AEW. There's like there's performers I like better watching on AEW, wrestlers I like watching better on AEW. However, the atmosphere itself is more captivating to me in WWE.
For sure. It's pretty cool. And it's nice that we do have these different kind of flavors of this that we get to experience and say, and you can get tired of one and go to the other one,
Absolutely.
Versus I think you could even say a lot of AEW, like, hey, you can go watch Impact, like some of us here have this week in person that we'll get to later in the show. But, still, like, I can't tell you, like, a lot of, like, especially AEW brings in so much New Japan, AAA, and a lot of the alternatives, like, because it just seems like it's all one big thing, which I think is amazing.
And independent
and
as
independence,
well.
big time, right?
Yeah. There was so many people that, like, when, like, Mance Warner wrestled John Moxley on Rampage, like, that was all. I was so stoked when that happened.
Nick Gage.
Nick Gage.
War Horse was there one time.
Yeah, dude, like, that was
like, it was wild.
And even when Eddie Kingston showed up, like that blew my mind, Absolutely.
Guys, I mean, there was the longest time where you would see somebody on the indies and say, I don't see how WWE would take them.
For sure.
Like, they are fantastic, but they don't seem like something. Kevin Owens was one of those guys.
For sure.
And broke that mold because he was that good. And somebody was there that saw that, Paul, Triple H, right? Because he sees the value in something like
Regal
that.
too.
And Regal,
For
yeah,
sure.
Absolutely Regal. To have those Paul Heyman would be another guy that would probably be
100%.
Yes, exactly. So like it is like they've infiltrated a little bit, and that's pretty fantastic. So, but anyways, we'll see what happens there. Right now, the Steam. This is going to be great, and this is happening, and who knows, maybe then both of them will get bought by Disney, and my prediction will still come true. So we'll see what goes there. I know hypothetically it's more plausible that Comcast buys them. I feel, but I don't know because UFC has that
I don't think
tie.
anyone's gonna be buying them anytime soon.
Not anytime soon, but
The terrible crossovers that are coming to mind if Disney buys World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, I beg to differ. Amazing crossover.
You're not okay.
Can you imagine WrestleMania access at Disney
I was gonna
World?
say.
Hell yeah.
WrestleMania Magic Kingdom, let's go.
Hell yeah. Sign me the fuck up for that. That sounds wonderful.
Well, listen, we did have AAA had the Marvel wrestlers. They had like a Venom and Spider-Man kind of thing for a minute. Now imagine
By the way, imagine Cody Rhodes' Pyro. walking down to the ring from the Magic.
From the
Kingdom.
Magic, yeah, dude.
Just
That's wild.
imagine
There's
that
more than
pyro.
one royal family rolls
That
out.
pyro,
There's
that pyro will light
Cinderella.
up the Floridian sky for a month and a half.
Yo.
Jeez. By the way, did you have a chance to? Were you at Payback by chance? Did
No,
you have an
I
opportunity?
was driving back from New Jersey from seeing Bruce Springsteen with my mom and sister.
All right, good reasons.
Yeah.
Good reasons. Okay.
I'm a big boss.
There were a
fan.
lot of choices that weekend.
There were.
Yeah. Somebody almost talked me into going to Chicago the next day. It was,
brutal.
Thankfully for my health, that didn't work out.
Proud of
So, even and again, like my WWE experience was literally going to WrestleMania, going to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then I got to see a show in Pittsburgh in the arena where I've seen so many Raws and SmackDowns.
Sure.
That was an excessive amount of pyro. I was amazed at the amount of pyro we were just having on an arena level show at this point, right? Especially Cody is the most half the budget for pyro has to be Cody Rhodes, right? Because like Cody and Roman have just got this amazing excessive-ness
Yeah.
to that intro at this point.
It's crazy. I haven't been to a live WWE show since the pandemic. The last one I went to was when Extreme Rules was in Philadelphia, and the main was like Seth and Becky versus Baron Corbin,
Baron and Lacey.
and Lacey, yeah, and like a tables match or hardcore match or something like that.
Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
cashed in Money in the Bank.
Oh man, I forgot about Hold Up.
Yeah, I don't remember like any pyro happening, but I was
Yeah.
also pretty lit up, you know. So, I'll be honest.
Well, they had a period where they did zero pyro.
Yeah,
for
that's
a
what I'm
bit.
saying, like, I think-
it was a cost cutting or
Right,
something, right?
sure.
It was so strange.
That's
and I
hilarious
think
to think about.
I think as I sat there going deaf in Pittsburgh, I think I said to Missy, I was like, remember when there was no pyro for a few years
Sure.
for some reason, and now like it seems like we're making up for it, you know? So, anyways, and I love like when Jen's in the crowd, I start getting text messages. It's like, that scared me. That scared me. That's still scaring me because she's a jumper. Jen Carlin's
Sure.
friend of the show. Took
And that's not even for pyro. That's just for random bits and bobs during the show.
speaking
She's just
of
very.
speaking of, you can see Jen Carlin's and Mason of Mason Mania hanging over the rafters as Moxley makes his entrance on Collision this week.
Somehow that doesn't shock me.
No, they seem to always find their way on camera, don't they? So
There's a really good
Especially when it's around John Moxley.
yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
There's a really good clip of my girlfriend and I at a Raw pre-pandemic where she is really excited for Dean Ambrose making his entrance, and I like to pop it on every once in a while for her.
I still love the shot of CM Punk on his last night in WWE. He's up on the ropes he's up on the turnbuckle doing his pose, and there's a line of all of us. Like, what, 4 of us? Because I think it was me, Missy, Dutters, and Jen. Like, was it just 4 of us? Was Matt there too?
At the
Yeah,
Royal
Matt-
Rumble?
At the Royal Rumble,
Sick.
the one in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That one in
Wow.
Pittsburgh.
I don't even
And-
remember that being in Pittsburgh. That's crazy.
Yeah. That was the night that CM Punk quit
Right.
afterwards, and we
And
booed
you made Rey Mysterio
and we
cry.
booed Rey Mysterio out of the building
Because Daniel
for
Bryan.
the simple fact of
Right.
not being Daniel Bryan.
Oh, poor
You know,
Ray.
I know. I think Jen got to meet Batista at a WWE Fan Access
Hell yeah.
and apologized on behalf of Pittsburgh because we booed him out of the building for
Right.
winning.
Yeah.
Because he just like showed up. Blue Tista,
was Blue Tista, yeah.
Tista night.
Mhm.
Yep. It's like
Sweet.
you feel so bad because it's like that should have been a good thing.
Absolutely. People should have been pumped.
But I'm
like,
sorry, you're not Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And the crowd noticed.
Yeah.
You know, it was also the horrible, we're going to have a third match in the epic Randy Orton, John Cena series that is a standard rules match. And we hated it, you know.
It's all been built to that.
Do you remember who Daniel Bryan faced in the opening match that night?
No.
Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you, Ray.
Yeah, because that was he did the Wyatt family thing for like a week. Remember?
No, I don't.
And turned on Bray in the cage the next week, wearing a jumpsuit. It was a good week. Oh my God, he's part of the family. Oh no. All right. Well, anyways, hey guys, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. If you got any comments about everything going on here, agree, disagree, indifferent, or things we indifferent, what the hell, or anything else, you can hit us up at that email address. Oh, too high pitched. Zoom canceled. Yeah, good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. I'm Brandon's girlfriend. Make him tell you about the cardboard cutout we have in our spare bedroom. Hold that thought.
Oh boy.
Hold that thought. That's a tease. That's called a tease.
Can we guess?
Oh, yo. Work on your guesses. Chat room, work on your guesses right now.
I'd love to see these guesses.
Work on the guesses.
Work on the guesses.
You've seen them all here in the studio here.
There's definitely people that.
Wait. Can we have one hint before we?
Okay. Yeah, I will give you one hint. Surge Cola.
Facade?
I wish.
Surge Cola.
Okay. Hold off. All
right. No.
I got you.
I'm going to hint.
Because the Hollywood Hogan is a Sheets Mug root beer display that's in the walkway.
I did not notice that.
Anyways, we traded some IWC.
We'll come back.
We traded IWC DVDs for it. In Clearfield one time. Anyways. What are we doing? Oh, good times WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can also damn it. The chat room's already.
Kelly derailed my girlfriend derailed the podcast already.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Hey, we're here every not every Tuesday this month, but we're relatively every Tuesday generally when it's not September at 10 p.m. or so Eastern time on all the social medias, all the streaming social medias here, everywhere we can. Thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. We do try to put a little bit of extra content out there, especially movies that we've watched recently or other off-topic or general topic or things that sometimes we ask our wrestling guests to really dish out the dirt on Patreon as much as they're willing to, but thank you to our supporters over there at the fan show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, and Bobby F. J-Town. Sorry about that. At the Poppy Club level, Dave Prof Pod Podner, spouse of Ruth's Jewelry Affair at ruthsjewelryaffair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. And at the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, and The Riz, and Lance Fisher, one of our newest supporters. And at the manager level, Bradley. You can guys support the show too, and I can say your name really weird on purpose at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you everybody that support the show. Brandon St. James, we're about to learn a little bit about you, apparently. No. Let's see. From the chat room.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what some of these are. I will just say them. Casey Ward says it's Henry Lundqvist.
Henrik Lundqvist. That is a goaltender for the former goaltender for the New York Rangers.
GME says Brandon Sayad. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means either.
I don't know. He's on something over there.
What does that mean?
Let's see. Okay, is it Sting, says Dave Potter.
No, but that's a really good guess.
That's a good guess.
That's a really good one.
Surge. So it's somebody who was in ads for Surge drink.
It is an ad for Surge drinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, with the stand-up situation.
Yeah, with the stand-up situation.
Jeez. It's a WWE,
This isn't my
right?
guess.
He was in WWE.
Okay.
You got to get
Surgeon Slaughter. I just wanted to make the pun. That's not my guess.
No, that's wrong. I'm sorry, bud.
And incorrect.
Yeah,
Surge.
that wasn't my guess, but
Wouldn't be
I
Macho
had to make
Man.
the pun because it was festering my brain.
Surge. Is it the
My-
Hardys? Is it A. Hardy?
It is not A. Hardy.
Is it Ed Hardy?
Fortunately, it's not.
I'm gonna go Jericho.
Incorrect.
You're thinking YJ Stringer. Y2J
No, I'm thinking
Stringer.
that Jericho would do fucking anything to market himself.
That is also true.
You're not wrong.
That is also true. Oh man, Surge. God, Can you give us an era?
Yeah.
Other than when
probably,
Surge was around?
Probably like, I haven't like, I just got it not that long ago, and I haven't looked at it that hard. There's probably a year on it somewhere, but I haven't looked that hard. I'm gonna guess probably 99, 2000.
Oh, it's not Stone Cold.
It is not Stone Cold.
I'm feeling it's not someone who was in WWE at the time.
They were not in WWE at the time.
Because I'm thinking of the ads. I'm thinking of the ads
Yeah.
from around that era. WWE didn't advertise Surge Cola.
Yeah.
That's good.
Was it Goldberg?
It's Goldberg, baby. Yeah.
Whoa!
My girlfriend. So, my girlfriend went to this this place called Zed's Vintage down on the south side on Carson Street. They were holding some sort of like yard sale type thing where they had just a bunch of stuff out on the porch or whatever. And I was actually in Indianapolis wrestling at Naptown Pro, and she called me up and she was like, "Yo, I found all this stuff at Zed's. Like, do you want any of it?" One of the things was this giant Goldberg cutout, and I was like, "Yeah, I think we need that." Another was an LJN. Jesse the Body Ventura figure. I don't have any LJN figures, so I was like, yeah, even though it's pretty dirty, I want it. And what was the the last thing was a UWF cage match VHS tape.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I watched it.
So
I watched it for the first time like a couple nights ago.
So I looked this up, and there's actually a whole series of cans.
Whoa!
Booker T, Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio, Sting, and that's the newer Nitro logo.
Sting was a good guess.
Sting
Yeah,
was a good
no, it
guess.
was. That's
and
there he is.
Whatever this blog page is, the only one they don't have is the Goldberg one. And this is just the cans.
Yeah.
I didn't find a picture of the stand up yet or anything. So.
But that's like it's like a big thing of Goldberg, and then at the bottom, I think it says Nitro. It has like a Nitro logo at the bottom, and then underneath that it says like giant Surge Cola.
Jeez, stand up. That is incredible. Wait a minute. No, that's just a Goldberg stand up. I don't know. This is a WWE one. That's not what it. I love that there's like a girl here for size for comparison. You know, like what is happening there? Hold on, there's a commercial. What is this commercial? Just found out Surge Movement posted. Oh no! Oh, it's a montage of Surge commercials.
Oh Lord!
Does one of them have wrestlers in it? It's 5 minutes.
I found a Goldberg standee for Keystone Light.
Whoa!
What?
Love
Keystone
that.
Light beer?
That rules.
Yeah. Hold
That's
on.
So cool.
You've disabled screen sharing, Sword.
Oh.
Oh, that for a reason.
What? So I can't show you. All right, fine. I'll put it in the chat.
All right.
And then you can,
All right. Is it in Facebook chat?
I'm trying to.
All right. So we'll see what's going on there. As we're on this Goldberg search, this segment is supposed to be about you, and I think it really is.
There we go.
Yeah, you're getting an insight into just like what my life is.
Yeah.
About how much I love toys and ridiculous
So,
shit.
oh no, I found the commercial. Oh no, I think this is
Yes.
it. Hold
Let's
on a
watch
second.
and react.
Okay, all right. It's just wrestling.
Whoa.
The Nasty Boy, WCW Surge. Okay.
Yo,
he
has
by a Surge machine. Yes.
The only way that could have been cooler if they would have showed like a can coming out after he headbutted it. You know, that would have put it over the top.
He headbutts a Surge machine.
The second only way it would have been cooler is if they showed him getting CTE from.
Yeah.
Headbutting it.
CTE's a gimmick. That's what Zeke Mercer told me.
Zeke hasn't watched Blazing Saddles, so I wouldn't believe everything he says.
Yeah, can you help us get him to watch Blazing Saddles?
That's the second time somebody has George Ross brought up Blazing Saddles in the group chat today. That's 2 Blazing Saddles references in
Well,
one
they're
day.
roomies now, so like
That's-
we gotta get George
whoa,
in on it.
damn.
So let's make that happen. Oh my God,
What a
this
coincidence.
is the what is that belt? That's not an actual
That is not the belt. That is a
championship
fake
belt.
title.
What the hell is that?
That is a fake championship. That's what that is.
Damn, I wish I had that though. Oh, it's in the shape of a keystone, like the metal
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. It
dope.
looks like it's a big one. He's just kind of on there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What is that belt? Looks like it's like made of rubber too.
It does too. Apparently they had rights to him, but they didn't have rights to WCW from the looks of it, because it looks like a
No,
knockoff.
that's the slanted WCW logo.
No, but it looks kind of knockoff though. Honestly, if you
well,
really
yeah, it
look
looks
at it,
kind of knockoff, but
like the logo itself looks like a knockoff of WCW.
I hate to say it, but it looks like a AAA belt.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well,
Mike gets it.
yeah.
He gets why it's funny.
Yeah. Oh no! Sorry. This is so about you. We learned what a crusted something is. Crusted punk. What was it? That was educated.
That's close enough.
Are you deflecting? Is that what it is?
What? That's
We
an
learned about
accusation.
everything but you
I'm not-
tonight.
You're not asking the question. I blame you. You're the host here. You're supposed to keep this.
Did you send your lady into the chat to
No.
divert to
I literally texted her. I was like,
derail us?
I literally texted her. I was like, you already are like making me laugh and derailing this whole podcast.
Brandon,
What? What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
you're part of 880.
Yeah.
You're one of Envy Young students.
Hell yeah.
How many other questions? I don't. I've lost all of them after that. I'm still thinking about that Goldberg belt. I'm sorry. I have to be quite completely honest. So, all right, you're like because I think most of you guys started like in August of last year.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
I started training a while back. I started training like pre-pandemic, back
Okay.
in like, like October, November 2019,
Mm-hmm.
at CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling,
Okay.
in South New Jersey.
Okay.
I was living in Philadelphia at the time, so I was just popping on the train right to South Jersey to go over there and train.
Do they make you pay a toll coming back on the train?
No.
Is it more expensive coming back
No,
from Jersey?
the train was super cheap. There's a thing called the Path train that runs from like Center City, Philly, right to South Jersey, and I can't remember. I feel like it was like $8 round trip or something
Okay,
like
all
that.
right,
Yeah,
all
it was cheap.
Oh, so it's just as bad as the tolls.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
well, I mean, with the toll, you only have to pay one way though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was there, and then pandemic hit. I went back to training. They moved to a new location. I kind of got hurt, and then my girlfriend got a new job, and we moved here.
There you go.
Yeah,
And you discovered the wonderful burg of New Kensington.
dude, it was super funny because I had known about MV Young. He was introduced to me by a fellow wrestler friend of mine named Christian Robinson, who I've wrestled at 880. And when I moved out here, I became friends with this dude named Jared, who I played hockey with. He introduced me to a friend of his at a punk show we went to, who just happened to be a big wrestling fan. And he was like, yo, dude, you should go to this Enjoy Wrestling show with me. MV Young is their champion. I was like, oh, I know who that is. That's sick. Let's go. We went, and then, like, the next week, I saw that Enjoy had posted, like, an article saying that MV Young was opening the school. And I texted my buddy Christian from Philly, and I said, yo, do you think it's a good idea I start training with MV Young? And he was like, yo, that's the best idea. Do it. Like, he's the man. Like, it's the best decision, and it has.
And that goes on the flyer. That's the quote right there.
Perfect. Sick.
Training with MV Young is the best decision. There you
Honestly,
go.
though,
Yes.
I back that 100%.
So yeah. So like I said, we had a couple of guys on the show because we did have GME.
Yeah.
We did have Casey War on the show already.
yeah.
So we got to get Nick's on.
Yeah, you
do. We got to collect them all. Okay. But no, it has been like, obviously, like we've been part of this Thursday Night Fights project with you guys. We've been leveling up what we've been doing while we watched
sure.
you guys. I actually did a compilation because we had a night off because I got COVID. Well, actually, a lot of us got COVID.
Yep.
And we did a retrospective of Reese
Oh,
since
yeah.
he had just made his first win.
Absolutely.
And I put the first match
of Thursday night
fights. And it's wild. And I did that for a very specific reason. Although it was a bad idea because the first match and people tuning in would be like, what the fuck? But like to watch how you guys, Toddy, and like that, like the presentation of that place has grown.
For sure.
Because we jumped to, I think, from beginning of February to August there. Right. And again, like I keep saying, like it feels like you guys have 2 years of experience that anybody else has, you know, in like 6 months.
Yeah, it's taken off so hard, and it's like Thursday night fights alone, for the sole fact that we all show up on almost like an hour's notice or less of finding out who we're working with. It's just like the best experience possible.
Mm-hmm.
We get to try new things in front of a live crowd and, you know, people watching at home. It's awesome. And, you know, like we're getting people from other schools. People want to travel to come, you know, get in on what we got going on with Thursday night fights. It's such a sick opportunity that, like, I always drive home to all the students as well. Like, they don't have this everywhere.
Mm-mm.
This, like, we literally have a weekly television show to show who we are, what we do, and try new things, figure out what works and doesn't. Like, be thankful for this. Like, not everywhere has this. This is great.
Usually it's like a storage facility and you're wrestling in front of your other students.
Yeah.
For your student shows.
Absolutely.
And that's like about it, right?
Yeah, like when I was at CCW, I used to do their Dojo Wars, and I was reffing at the time. I wasn't wrestling on the shows yet. And yeah, like we would, you know, no disrespect, but like we would be stoked to have 10 people in the crowd, you know, that came in and paid. Luckily, we do free shows on Thursday night fights, and that's one of the, you know, parts that like through the summer people have loved it because they can, you know, go get a beer at Voodoo, walk down to Thursday night fights, watch a couple matches, you know, and it's rare the shows are longer than like an hour, so it's nice to just hang out, do the thing, and enjoy some wrestling.
I know for us it's great for us because we, you know, sometimes I have not been in certain positions in production because I'm like, you know, having a month where we just don't have anything going on, and it's cool to be like, okay, we're keeping our chops up too, you know, and so you've also been, I see you wearing the VCW t-shirt.
Yeah.
Got to support the Beastman's promotion.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And you've been down there once or twice, I think, too.
I've only been there once, but
That's right.
I had a really good time. It was super fun. I want to go back. Me and Casey War want to go back, put that tag team, you know, division on notice.
That is true. Did you see the ladder match?
I did not yet. I really want to.
It was something.
I saw a couple clips.
Yes. So you know, so you've been to a lot of places. Like, how is that vibe kind of going across? Have you been mostly kind of like, you know, obviously like VCW's in West Virginia? Have you mostly been Pittsburgh area? Have you branched out any further? I know some of you guys were traveling a bit.
Yeah. So far, I have done couple promotions in New York City. I've gone to T2T Brooklyn a couple times. I also did a dark match at Invictus in where was that? That was in the Bronx. West Virginia, I've done VCW, and I was at RSW last weekend. I did another show with them back in like July. Indianapolis, gone to Naptown Pro this past month. Me, Reese Hayes, and Nick Wild as well. Got to do a really fun. We did like a 8-man tag that was super fun against some of AR Fox's students actually. And then I did another match that same day at Naptown. I did a triple threat against Noah Vale, who is the All Florida champion, and Stunt Marshall.
Stunt Marshall?
Stunt Marshall.
I feel like Stunt Marshall.
Is he a marshal of people's stunts, or is he filling in for like a Marshall Gambino?
No, he is Stunt Marshall, aka Hate Hogan. Yo,
I think I've heard of this.
I like him already.
All right, okay.
dude, he straight up, he's got like a Hulk Hogan mustache, but like a Will Smith high top fade / like mullet kind of gimmick. Like, he's pretty sick. I had a fun time in that match.
I'm trying to look him up right now.
I follow him on Instagram, Stunt Marshall.
Oh, that needs to happen. Okay. I did have. I got 2 questions here. One of them is from Dave Bonner in the chat room. How many doors have you gone through?
Ooh, a few at this point already. I feel like with that question, he's seen some of my matches. Like, he knows. I feel like he knows.
I feel like he has an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely been a few. Yeah. I haven't exactly kept count, but definitely a few. There will be more too, I promise you.
Oh no. By the way, I got an image of Stunt Marshall Hate Hogan here.
Yeah, there he is.
There you go. Look at that mustache. Look at that mustache.
There he is, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That is not what I was expecting.
No. I mean, I guess if you're on audio, I mean, imagine a smaller Fred Rosser with a Hulk Hogan mustache, I guess. Does that seem accurate?
That's
I have a
accurate.
reverse Hulk Hogan mustache. too.
It kind of is too. Yeah.
It's the Hollywood.
Like, you still got a little bit, like, I don't know if the shadow. Okay, that's wow, and that's at Deep South Wrestling. Wow, I bet that gets a reaction. DOS Barbecue? What the hell? Free event. Okay, I see what's going on there. Wow, that's great. Follow. Oh, there's an animated version of him too. Damn it, what was my next thing? Oh, can we talk about no ring wrestling?
Hell yeah, we can.
Because this has become a thing.
I'm a fan.
You were involved in this. Is not
Love
out
it.
yet. If you weren't in person, you'll see this. This is going to drop on 7 p.m. IndyWrestling.us, YouTube, and whenever I hit go on the network. It was up. I set it to upload before we did these shows tonight. You guys have been doing Brawl After Bingo, which is in Spirit Lounge downstairs, which I always think is hilarious because I used to go to KSWA upstairs, had never been to the bar downstairs before I visited you guys like 3 months. Like, I think it was the night of Taco Mania is the first time I came down. Yeah. And this has been an experience. I've been seeing what you guys have been doing. Like, I know Lickin' a Promise was a promo that we sent. I think maybe Scotty filmed that.
Scotty did film that one. Yep.
So I mean, we've been helping out with that for filming a little bit there. This is and I love that you had a match with Beastman.
That I did.
Vacation Beastman. And when you see the video, Beachman, yes. And we see the video, but we need Mike, take a note here. We need to have Beachman on the show in the future.
Beachman. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
We probably should have done that in the summer.
AKA West Side Fetty.
West Side Fetty. Oh my god.
I just came up with that. That was
He's gonna run with that. That should be an Instagram account right there.
Off the rip.
That should be like if they do a Southpaw regional wrestling. That should be his gimmick.
Yeah.
And it should just be Surfer Sting.
You haven't heard his Southern wrestling character. I don't think anybody has. But anyways, damn it, where was I?
No ring wrestling.
No ring wrestling. And I love he has a little bit of a speech there about like he thought it was the stupidest idea ever, and a lot of wrestlers agree. A lot of the long time wrestlers kind of shit on it. And like that's a fact. Like, and I get it.
No, for
just
sure.
just like Real Glass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I landed on a CM Punk documentary on YouTube for some reason before the show instead of watching NXT. You've been involved. I think you've been at almost every show.
I've missed one so
one
far.
of them.
Yeah, I still actually. I still got some marks on the.
Oh,
on
what
the
is
dome.
that from? What'd you get?
That would be from my skateboard that.
Oh no.
That Beachman so rudely broke and then stabbed into my forehead.
Oh jeez.
Wait, is Beachman's job just beach? Does he have a Barbie?
His job is definitely just beach.
I don't know. He's West Nuff, right? At least he's not. At least he's not mermaid. Man. Beast
I
made.
mean,
Merbeast. I feel like
Merbeast.
I feel like we're getting
Yeah.
into
It's somewhere.
we're getting into like He-Man character territory here. Sorry, old school. But anyways, tell me about that because it's very interesting. Because I always, we've always seen these things where the rings break and there's no ropes and people like lose their minds as
Sure.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
But you're just like going out there and there's not even a ring.
Well, all right. So
Explain the appeal for those that maybe don't understand this, attending or otherwise.
all right, I'm gonna. So I love hardcore deathmatch wrestling. I unapologetically love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. And for me, I know exactly where it started. It was the backyard wrestling video game. It's what introduced me to CZW. It's what then led me to even, FMW and IWA, Japan.
I love not the tapes, the video game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the video game. That opens with ICP's Homies music video.
Yes!
Which is
the reason I bought it.
exactly right.
Yep.
So yeah, that's like it always just made sense to me. Like once I became a wrestler, I was like, this is what I love. This is the kind of stuff I want to get into. I was a big fan of Casanova Valentine and what he does in New York City with New Fear City. Even before I was training to be a wrestler, I was seeing what he was doing there with the no rings in Brooklyn, and then seeing, obviously when I started training with MV Young, I knew he was associated with things like that. And, I'm lucky enough that MV Young gives us the freedom to be the wrestlers and performers we want to be, and has given me those opportunities to do these fun things. And I'm not always going out there and performing violence for violence sake. I don't want to do that. I want it to make sense for sure. But he does give me these opportunities to do these fun things that I want to do as a performer and as a wrestler. And yeah, it's sick to me that we have these opportunities and we get to do them in such fun places, like the Lickin' a Promise show, the Spirit show, the one we did at the random spot in downtown Pittsburgh, wherever the hell it was.
The one that looked like it was an old building,
Yeah,
like an abandoned building.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was super fun. Me and Jack Sheridan, we beat the piss out of each other.
And is what is that? Obviously, I don't know. Is it helpful to be hardcore and you could do more things with it? Does that kind of help putting those matches together since you don't have a ring to work around?
Yeah, I think it definitely. I think it's easier in a way. You kind of just, just for me, I just be myself when I'm out there. I beat people up, I hop on my skateboard, I pick something up and hit you with it. It's a pretty simple formula.
Yeah, the skateboard surprise. I never seen the skateboard used before with you. No, I'm just where did the skateboard come from? I was scanning through the footage.
The back of my car.
There you go.
That's where it came from. It's always back there. I like to skate. It's something I like to do.
Jordan in the YouTube chat is like, OMG, that video game, by the way. So, if you give us some hearts, give us some likes if you remember the backyard wrestling game fondly or not, actually, because I know it was a little tough sometimes.
There was definitely memories that weren't fun.
Yeah, exactly. So. No, it's been interesting, and I love that that's been kind of brought to the area because it's definitely something that didn't happen here, and I don't know how you guys are pulling it off, and I'm not going to ask too many questions about that.
Yeah, that's what I want to say too. You were talking about how there's definitely people that shit on it or think that they're it's stupid or whatever, but there is a place for it. There is people that like it. There is people that like to watch it. There is people that enjoy that.
It's not always deathmatch glass craziness. The stuff you guys are doing.
It could be like Raw Underground.
Yeah, honestly, what you guys do on Sunday nights at Spirit is not terribly different from what we watched in the Pittsburgh Steel City Street Fight.
Steel City Street Fight.
No, they literally said Pittsburgh Steel City Street Fight several times during that. It's because we had to do the full brand on that, apparently. Like, it's not much different, right? Like, you know, there's not, like, this crazy hardcore thing now, like the No Fear City stuff.
Sure.
I was in danger.
Yeah.
I was definitely in danger.
Yeah.
And I had a camera.
Exactly.
You know, that
Did someone get fired, Sword?
So, did what?
That's what happens when you feel like you're in danger.
Someone gets fired, he said.
What?
When your life is in danger at a wrestling show?
Yeah, when your life is in danger, you have to fire someone.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
There it is.
It was a slow burn. It was a slow burn.
We got there eventually, guys.
It's been a wild week. Sorry, I didn't get that far in the CM Punk documentary. Okay, so it's a long one. It's like an hour and a half.
That's because it's still ongoing.
Yeah, it is to be continued. Anyways, and again, not for everybody, and that's okay.
Absolutely,
and that's okay. Also, no terrible towel slander at Spirit.
No what?
Terrible towel slander.
No,
like Finn Balor at the WWE show.
Did that happen?
Yes, he pulled out a bucket of terrible towels.
Oh wait, didn't he like dump them on the floor?
Like stomped on them in front of the Steelers.
Yeah, I did see that. That's right. No, we wouldn't do that.
Britt Baker was pissed.
I'm sure she was.
Anyways,
little poo poo pee pee about it.
Yes,
it happens.
No terrible towels involved, but yeah, go check that out. Brandon St. James, you're on the social medias, right?
Yes, Instagram, Brandon St. James 666.
There you go. Stick with us. We're going to talk more wrestling, including Mad Mike returning to Impact emotionally. But in the meantime, we talked about a lot of that stuff. You can check it out over at IndyWrestling.us. A lot of you are watching us right now on IndyWrestling.us on the YouTube or IndyWrestling.network or the Twitch page, which is also all three of those places where you can see Thursday night fights. Who knows what we're experimenting with over there this week, or what new people are on the graphics or switching or on cameras. It's our training ground, and you guys are along for the ride. Things went horribly wrong at the beginning of the last show. That's okay. We don't pay anybody.
I was watching that chaos, by the way,
yes.
as I was like waiting to go out and wrestle, and I felt like Toddy's like, I hear a completely different show in my headphones. Oh my God. I was like, dude, bummer. I gotta go wrestle. Like, I gotta go beat someone up.
I can't help.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, dude.
I feel bad you didn't hear any of Gianni's promo at the beginning. And I don't think it's anywhere. Actually, it probably is in a couple places we could pull it together. But I think we filmed over it with Ditches and Dragons on Saturday.
It looked crazy because, like, from Gorilla, all you could see on the screen was just green. Yeah.
And I'm watching it. I'm watching from, like, the middle of Ohio, and I'm like, what did you do? How did you do this? We haven't used this file in 2 months. You know, I was like, what did you do? And I'm yelling in text to them. I'm like, turn the thing off. You know, welcome to live production, ladies and gentlemen.
Anything can happen.
Hey, that's okay. It happens to Impact Wrestling too. So, because I literally watched back the.
We know it happens to AEW as well.
It happens to AEW. It happens to everybody, okay? It happens, man. And that's why we're experimenting on Thursday nights. So hopefully it doesn't happen when we go, like, do a New Japan show, right? So that's how those things happen. That's why WWE's so fucking good. They do the same thing 2, 3, 4 times a week, and that's where you got to start somewhere. The wrestlers have to start somewhere with reps. Production has to start somewhere with reps, and you're going to get a few road bumps along the way, right? And you can see the road bumps live every Thursday night at IndyWrestling.us. Hell yeah. And I'm not going to fix it. That's the way it went out. Whatever, the audio was a little out of whack. Whatever. That's how the show went, know? That's what happens, That's live TV. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Amen.
You can't stop the train once you got going. I actually got a fortune cookie this week. That said, over prepare and then go with the flow. That is live production in a nutshell. Sure. Right? That's this show in a nutshell. Okay, except I don't entirely prepare.
Oh, I don't know if we over prepare. Maybe you do, Sorg. I can state categorically I do not over prepare.
I hate to be that guy, but I was about to be like, except for that time you forgot the cameras, Sorg.
I forgot the cameras.
I hate to be that dick, but
I also may have already had COVID, so who knows?
brain fog, it's real.
Boy.
Yes. So,
Again, fuck it, we're live.
I was like, can we do this with an iPhone at one point?
Hey, we made it work.
I was very lucky that I gave cameras to somebody who happened to have a night off and it was already coming.
That
So
rules.
it worked out relatively okay. Anyways, speaking of companies that I need to not dig on these guys because they're very nice and I've worked with them sometimes. But Mike went to my Impact Wrestling this week.
Sure did, Sword.
I'm going to tell you what I'm subtweeting about over on Patreon after the show. Okay, there was just something
Sounds
I
good.
noticed that just it's I love you, Impact Wrestling. You guys are fantastic. You're pleasant to
Oh.
work with. I like seriously, but I can poke a little fun here.
My tweet when I went there was, "Come on, Impact, you messy bitch. Let's do this."
You know what? Impact
Because-
is like our messy bitch, isn't it? Right?
It really is.
Like it had some hard years. It had some,
Hardy years.
Hardy years. It had some Hogan years. It had a variable sides of a ring, but only one angle somehow. I mean, it's been through so much, and damn it, we should appreciate it's still here. They just celebrated
Sword. They got to 1,000 episodes.
and 20 years, right? They did.
Sword.
Wasn't last year the 20?
Sword. They got to 1,000
Whoa.
episodes.
Whoa! Is that a turnbuckle?
This is a turnbuckle from the show.
Why does it
Sword.
look like the size of a New Japan turnbuckle? What the hell?
Because-
Are you like smaller than I remember?
No, it's actually massive.
Oh yeah, it is
it's-
massive. It does kind of.
feel
Well,
like-
yeah, I mean they fold it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you think turnbuckles are
Like, that's
small.
probably-
Yeah, then you
that's
like
what it looks like.
exactly. I felt the same way.
I was
Like
like,
when
Brand-
Enjoy got
I'm like,
new ones,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we were putting it together. I was like, damn, these are
Like-
huge. And then you put them together, like, oh no, it looks like a normal.
I was gonna say,
turnbuckle.
let's talk to somebody that currently builds rings.
I do.
For expertise here. I'm glad we
Sometimes.
have you for reference.
But yeah, like they said at the show that they taped 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was gonna be a celebration. And after the show,
So wait,
they were cutting the turnbuckles off and they
Mhm.
were selling them.
Mm-hmm.
And my ass said, "Well, they're only gonna be 12 of these." And the T-shirts were sold out, so I bought one.
And you're gonna wear it like a T-shirt.
No, I'm going to use it for childproofing the house.
Dope.
That's what I'm gonna use it for. I'm gonna put it on the edge of a
He's
table.
gonna use it as a
Kid runs
diaper.
into it, boom, slam his head into it.
He's
Hell
gonna use
yeah.
it as a diaper changing station.
Now, gotta learn to bump early, kid.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. Oh jeez, man. I you know what? Your kid's definitely gonna hate wrestling, and you're not gonna know what to do with
Probably.
it. You're like,
That's
Dad's weird.
fine.
He likes pro wrestling. I'm more of a UFC kid. I like the
That's
real.
fine.
I like the real shit.
It's all by the time he's old enough to know what either of them are, it'll probably be all the same anyway.
That's right. At this point.
Whoa. Damn, that's wild. He said it's gonna be all the same. That's fucked up.
Maybe it already is.
Whoa!
We're gonna see GSP versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 50, y'all.
There you go. There you go.
I did way too big of a dab before I came here for you to say something like that to me, Sorg.
And that's the only way you should be involved with the Wrestling Mayhem show. Anyways,
Impact.
Impact Wrestling. Also, the way you should experience Impact Wrestling.
Hell
Damn
yeah.
it! Why do I
Yes.
keep doing this?
Oh boy.
So tell me about
Uh,
help me understand. So it's 2 episodes. So was it
Yeah,
$9.99
not-
and
not-
1,000 or 1,000 and 1,001? Like which?
1,000 and 1,001.
Okay, thank you. So you had nothing but 4-digit episodes in this case.
Nothing but 4 digits, baby. four digits, one angle.
And let's also admit this. I don't think any other wrestling program outside of WWE/F/WWF has reached those numbers, right?
No.
Like I don't think any
Absolutely not.
New Japan?
They don't really do episodes, right?
You got a
Yeah.
point
They
there.
just have events, right? And I don't know,
Sure.
maybe there's a show.
Yeah, because like they don't have like a show
Sure,
where
sure.
they can chronicle numbers.
I
Like,
got
yeah.
like Nitro never did.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Nitro only lasted
Dynamite, who
for
knows?
6 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
wild.
no, Nitro
It's
did not
It's
go
such
that
a
long.
big
What,
thing in our heads.
95 to 2001?
It's such a big thing in our heads, but it didn't last that long
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
long run.
ECW too.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Yeah, Nitro went for I'm trying to 288 episodes.
Wow, that's it.
That's it.
That's
crazy.
That's it, y'all.
You
Dude,
could watch
this is-
every
this is
episode.
Over 4 times the amount of Nitros.
You could watch the entire run of WC Nitro daily
Yeah.
and not take an entire year,
Yeah.
right?
Although that would be the worst year of your life.
Well, it would.
Not
Well, if you started in
entirely.
January, it would peak around like March and April, and then just dip,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, why are you so
Yeah,
depressed in
it'd
July?
be a long fall. Get it?
Yeah. It's like, why are you so depressed in July? David Arquette just won the championship.
Oh.
No, that doesn't depress me at all.
Mm-hmm.
He donated that money to the families of Owen Hart and Brian Pillman. That's a happy moment.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
That might be the happiest moment in Nitro history.
Wow. I love that.
Mm.
I'm a David Arquette fan. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. He was pleasant as hell when he was here. Not here, but in the area for a show.
But yeah, so Impact.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay, no spoilers, obviously, because this is 2
No,
episodes of the
I
upcoming
would never
shows.
spoil. I would never spoil.
Yes,
Um,
but generally,
It was a fun shows. I went to the Fan Fest
Mhm.
beforehand. I met Awesome Kong.
Sweet.
Lovely individual. We talked about Glow. She liked my wedding ring. It was very nice. Met some beautiful people. These are all people who are advertised, so I'm not spoiling you.
I was about to say Awesome Kong was
Uh,
amazing when she was through Pittsburgh for a show as well. Maybe she did 2
Yeah.
shows, but yeah, she was really, really pleasant.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I met Tommy Dreamer, and I got to wear the Digital Media Championship.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy was very pleasant, looked very tired.
Tommy, what? No, he because he did that show because he looked very tired and kind of distressed when I saw him at that multiverse show. I think he had just had his nose broken like that weekend.
Ooh.
So
That sounds about
he
right.
might be still dealing with that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, he generally looks pretty tired whenever I see him.
Yeah.
So,
And Sorg, I met the one, the only
Joe Henry.
Shark Boy.
Oh, even better.
Whoa.
Shark Boy.
Legend.
Stone Cold Shark Boy. I asked him to give me a shell, yeah, and he gave me a shell, yeah. It
Was
great.
he representing as Shark Boy or Stone Cold?
He was
Shark
wearing
Boy?
the vest. He was wearing the vest, baby. It was Stone Cold Shark Boy.
Oh my god.
It was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I saw the Dudleys there.
Mhm.
I did not get a meet and greet with them because they were expensive.
Mm.
But overall, so these are things they're advertising. I got to see a Feast or Fired match,
Oh no.
which was lovely.
Uh-huh.
I do not know the results. They did not show us the results.
Oh, they get the briefcase and then they reveal later, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming for the episode after.
Okay.
Because so the way they did the taping,
Mhm.
the first match we saw was the Ultimate X match,
Okay.
which was a wild way to start the evening.
They did the same thing the first multiverse show I did.
Yeah.
For Dallas. Like, yeah, it was they like. Well, I think they like doing that so they can get the fuck out of the way too.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, so we did the Ultimate X match. Then right after that, the ring crew sprinted up those towers and took down those cables and just put the briefcases up. Like it was quick. It was
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
That must
And
have
then
been
we had a
impressive.
Feast or Fired match with basically everyone who wasn't booked for either show. There was a lot of people in the Feast or Fired match.
Okay.
I will not spoil.
Damn, so a lot of
it
people
was
got
a-
fired then, didn't they?
No, only one.
Well,
only
no, only one person gets fired.
How many,
Okay,
it's 4
okay.
briefcases, right?
4 briefcases,
So
1 angle.
it's damn it. Well, it's like 3 of them are championships.
3 are
like,
3 are
chances,
title
like,
shots.
for
I believe tag team,
X and World.
X Division and World.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then one would
And
be
then
fired.
one's a pink slip.
And there's more than 4 people in the match, so you
Bummer.
could also
Oh.
just not get anything and don't take the chance of getting fired.
And I'm not sure if this was always a rule. It's been a while since I've seen a feast or fired match. You had to leave the ring with the briefcase.
Hmm.
So that made for a little bit of an interesting dynamic.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Yeah,
So a little
it-
bit,
it
like
was-
a
it
little
was
bit of
some
hot
good
potato there.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
It was
that'll be
some-
fun.
it was
Looking
some good
forward to
times.
it. Okay. I still need to finish Victory
Um,
Road myself, but we'll catch up.
All right, so let's see. What else can I talk about? There were a few surprises here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Some good stuff. I will say, match of the night by far, and this has been advertised, so I'm not spoiling that it exists. X Division title match: Leo Rush versus Chris Sabin.
Oof.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Holy shit, snack!
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
real quick.
Oh man.
I just want to say real quick, side note, a really good friend of mine was the one who made Leo Rush's theme song, actually, that he currently uses in Impact. And his name is
Nice.
Chris Sos. Shout out on Instagram if you need beats. Hit up Chris Sos.
Nice. Nice.
But oh my god, it was so good. And by the way, if any of you guys watch Impact and you hear someone very aggressively scream "Hail Sabin," that would be yours truly.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big Sabin mark. Always have been, always will be. And some people tried to get into competitive chance with me, and for anyone who knows my history of Hot Wheels,
That's a bad idea.
that's not something that ends well for anyone involved.
Oh, that's right. That's back when the RWA crew were just fans in the audience, and
Mhm.
and you had visited us and for a Pittsburgh show, and yes.
Yeah, and Wheels and I just scream chanted at each other from across the ring. But it was such a great match.
Hmm.
I won't say who won, but it was phenomenal.
Mhm.
Like really good match. We got Team 3D having, I'm assuming, their final appearance.
Mhm.
Given that they got Legends deals and everything now, so I don't even know if
Oh, that's
Bubba
right.
can work
Yeah.
for Impact now. It was great. Lots of nostalgia, like really fun. Devon looked good for not being in the ring for a long time.
Yeah.
And, he had his family in the front row, which was very cool. Let's see what else. Oh, and of course we got the 10 knockouts tag team match. And I won't spoil who the mystery competitors are, but they had a long show, a long segment, which I'm presuming is for the 1,000th episode,
Mhm.
where it's just like a parade of people coming down and just past clashing with future, rivalries reborn, all that stuff. It's great.
Oh,
It
that's good.
was a fun little promo.
That's good. One thing that through everything they've been really good about, and I think it's smart for them is kind of reliving that history. They're very smart with what was it? Like Sting, they put up the Joker Sting stuff and was pushing it when he started kind of going Joker Sting-ish on AEW a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
Right. Like they're good about
their
that.
social media team is the smartest out there.
They're very good with that kind of stuff, and really really on top of that. And I think I met the guy that's behind that actually a couple weeks ago. So when they're gonna do anytime I've seen them do a flashback episode like this, like I think they did something around 20, and things like that. I think it's been, they're good at their nostalgia because there were good old days, and then a lot of people that have been through that are doing some really cool stuff now. They were the place that a lot of people reinvented themselves. Drew McIntyre, for instance, Bobby Lashley, right? And got themselves ready. They almost they're
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, right? Well,
We forget Kurt Angle was in TNA longer than he was in WWE.
wow, I did not know that. I did not realize
Yep.
that at least. That's they it was a good fallback spot for a lot of people, but also like, and yes, and we think about the Hardy situations and things, people that got a second chance and it didn't work out, and
the third chance and it didn't work out.
But again,
fourth
somebody,
chance and it didn't work out.
But again, somebody with addiction, it's going to be a long road for something like that. So, I give them credit for, it's also a platform where they're probably more willing to give a chance because they're not a giant public traded company where that can become a more liable issue in the press, right? So you can give them shit for giving a chance to somebody who's repeatedly been an offender, but also kind of good on them for being somebody who's given a chance to a repeat offender who is trying to do better.
Without TNA, we might not have gotten the versions of Samoa Joe that we currently have, the versions of AJ Styles that we currently have. We wouldn't have known who was hot and spicy. There's a bunch of people that we have to thank TNA for giving rise to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Not only is it like a place where people got second chances, but somebody like Bobby Roode or Samoa Joe, these people. That's where like we were like, oh, they are somebody. They are, or even LA Knight, for example.
Yeah, EC3.
Yeah.
EC3 for sure.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, no, absolutely. So I'm glad you had a good time there, and definitely watch this week, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Big
absolutely.
recommendation?
It was a good time.
Good.
A good time. And I assume the Ultimate X match is going to be happening on the 1001th episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I would watch both shows. I mean, not every match, was stellar, but it's Impact.
Yeah.
So not every match is gonna be stellar.
Because a lot of people at varying points of their career.
Yeah, we didn't see any of the backstage skits either, which I'm assuming are gonna be fantastic.
And probably fill in the blanks for a lot of story maybe you were missing live. So
yes, absolutely.
And I've seen that. Like I think a lot of the times when they tape Rampage, they don't show the promos, right? They just roll right through. And we've seen that when they do back-to-back SmackDowns.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think
back to when they do double SmackDown tapes.
They're just going to blast through the matches, get those in the can, and then put everything else in later, which is then it makes you want to go watch the show. I'm like, what was that about? Why were those guys so mad at each other? Stuff like that. So in the meantime, no, good to hear that. Good to hear that Impact still impresses, and then you had a good time with that. So hey, we're going to talk.
Yeah, and plus they sell their turnbuckles.
They love selling parts of their ring. They love doing that a lot. So
I also did get some merch. I got an Ace Austin shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And I got a Trady shirt.
Nice. Ace Austin. That is a guy that did a lot around here. So wrestled across the street.
Sick.
No, and it's good to see he's still doing awesome over there at Impact too. So. And got a tour of Japan out of it not too long ago too, so that's great. All right, well, hey, we're gonna take a look at if you're with us on the live stream on the video feed, you're gonna take a look what's been happening at VCW the last couple of months, and we'll be right back and talking about what's going on in AEW, and then wrap a show here after this.
Hightail it out of here at one point thanks to DD Vice.
And these two teams, Brandon St. James on the outside.
Oh, wait a minute. Marcus Twist, DD Vice getting the jump in here.
Against KC War in the red and the white.
Any fairness in any VCW competition. Tagging Brandon St. James, and I wonder,
diving lariat, big imp of the Independence, Marcus Twist.
Oh!
Need appetizers.
Oh!
Does in fact look rocked and now possibly rolled. K-Rana.
Marcus Twist now taking out DD. lariat turn.
And this is absolutely unnecessary. They already won the match.
I didn't say anything.
The scheduled program. That jerk wanted to throw me in the way. They showed him.
My name is Jace Carr. I need a match right now. Bring me somebody.
Wait a second! International superstar facade.
That I am a journalist. I've got sources everywhere. I've been doing a little bit of asking of Commissioner Nick West. Speaking of top level, look at the balance.
Mouth, and you're going to pay for it.
And just like that, the way Facade his opponent, whether he likes it or not. Both men with a series of blows now, and God!
Man!
And his incredible kicks.
Whoa!
Channeling his chi. Thought to get on those top ropes, recognizing the danger, but.
And now, there's that high rent territory.
Kick, and he is!
Oh my God!
I want a rematch against Jesus Ricardo Rodriguez.
Oh, Ricardo Rodriguez being challenged by Facade.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. We're still here with Mad Mike and his baby-changing pad.
No, not a changing pad.
Yeah,
that would get this all dirty. I'm gonna use it for like baby proofing the house, like attaching it to tables and shit.
Corners of tables. You're gonna need more turnbuckles. And,
I will get more.
And more than one angle. Brandon St. James is here, just hanging, just chilling. He's gonna learn what's happening at AEW.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
What is happening at AEW other than our friends getting on TV in Cleveland? I didn't even know
I have a question about AEW.
Yes, go ahead.
Have we referred to Lana as anything officially in AEW, or
CJ
she
Perry.
just called
Yeah.
Miro's Hot?
See,
So have they said the name?
I believe they have. I think it's CJ Perry, like when she came out. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I'm
I
relatively
thought
sure.
she was just calling herself the hot, flexible wife.
I mean, maybe. I can't wait for that to be an action figure on the shelves of Target.
Yo.
By the way,
Those
and
were the
is she
best
gonna-
promos. When he was cutting those promos just about like
Well,
going home to my flexible wife. Like
Well, and I love like the reaction of she's not real, and now she's there saying, "I came out to show you I have support for you, even though that you've been having problems.
right.
But if you're still rejecting me, I was once one of the most ruthless managers in wrestling. Maybe I need to be again," which makes me think she's gonna come out and like manage like Hobbs or something.
Yo.
From what I've seen,
Right?
she does not have an official name yet.
Okay.
Ooh.
What are you looking at? Is she
I was
is she
just
on the
looking at the
alumni?
internet.
Is she under the alumni page as question mark? Maybe.
No, I was just looking at random internet sites, and they're like they have not said what her name is yet.
Interesting.
So maybe she's just
Dude.
going to be Miro's hot flexible
Who was
wife.
that came out and says you knew? Oh yeah, Scott Hall. You know who I am, but you don't know
You
why.
don't know why I'm
here. That's what she should have done. But like in like the Russian, not Russian. She's not Russian. Lithuanian is she? Yeah, I think.
No, I thought she was Russian.
Oh, no, they played up the Russian part.
I
But
thought she's legit Russian.
no. I think she's Russian-ish. Trust me. This is. No.
Now I'm looking it up.
All right, research department. is taking care of it here. I'm hopping in. My phone died, so I haven't been in the chat room for a while, so I got to see what's going on there. Let's see if GME has spread to the Facebook. So anyways.
Latvia.
Latvia. Just like Dr. Doom. Got it.
Close enough.
Latveria? Is that the Dr. Doom one?
That's Latveria.
Latveria. Okay. I definitely... Messy bitches need love too. Zeke Mercer.
That's about Impact.
Zeke Mercer's in the chat room. Tell Mike I ain't ever watching Blazing Saddles.
I will not accept this.
Unacceptable. Listen, if I can sit here in the studio and watch Velociraptor with Brohemoth and Jordan Styles, you can watch some Blazing Saddles with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to trick them into, hey Zeke, come on over and we'll watch WrestleMania with us. And instead we're gonna put on Blazing Saddles.
Just say the pregame for Wrestle Kingdom is Blazing Saddles.
Trust me, it fits the theme this year.
Mm-hmm.
All comes
absolutely.
together. It all comes together. God. Yes, so CJ Perry thing, Lana wrestler, Latvia. Damn it.
All right, so anyway,
in my head
MJF
canon, in my head canon, she moved to America to escape the tyranny of Dr. Doom. Let's just leave it at that and move on, okay?
Sure.
Me too.
And she had a brief stint as a Barden Bella.
What? Oh, wait.
She was in Pitch Perfect.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
When you said Bella, I was like, was she like a fake Bella twin for a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Also, would be a great
We're all
storyline.
fake Bella twins.
Yeah, for real. I know I am.
Especially you.
Shit.
You've been found out. We have learned a lot about you today.
Oh, man.
You know. What else is happening in AEW? We're setting up for Grand Slam. We do have what is the Grand Slam lineup so far? MJF.
Well, we have title versus title.
Title versus title. Oh yeah, we have Claudio.
That's the one. That's one of the matches we actually have both sides booked.
Okay, but we are going to learn if we're going to have MJF versus Samoa Joe or Roderick Strong.
If it's not Samoa Joe, what are we even doing?
Right?
You do have a case for both of them, story-wise. But yes, if you're going to do
but
Grand
Sorg,
Slam,
remember there was also a case for MJF and Adam Cole to fight the Kingdom at that All Out pay-per-view, and guess what didn't fucking happen?
True. Slow burn.
Oh my God! Sometimes just burn the fucking thing. Not everything has to be a slow fucking burn. There are too many slow burns in wrestling these days.
You know, sometimes you just got to take some time with things. And
No, Sorg. Sometimes you don't have to take time to think. Sometimes you just do the fucking thing.
I love this circle.
Because you know what happens when you do a slow burn? Someone backstage gets pissy, and then he makes a scene, and you have to fire him, and then you have to rewrite your whole fucking storylines for the rest of the year.
Well, that's only happened like twice before, so you know. Sorry, Brandon, you were going to say something, I think.
I was just going to say, I feel like the first time I've heard anybody in wrestling say that. Like,
fuck your slow burn.
Yeah, dude. No, long-term storytelling. Fuck that, dude.
Okay. No, but I'm sorry. We have an overload.
Sure.
Roman has held one title for over 3 years.
Sure.
Gunther has held another title for almost over a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I miss the days of the hot potato.
Yeah.
I miss it. Even MJF is
hot
on
potato.
track. Even MJF is on track to become the longest reigning AEW champion.
What is the most? What if you had to pick one amongst the big two? What is the most hot potato championship?
Well, right now, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, they can't even keep a partner with that one. And actually, they've been bringing up how cursed the title is on the show lately, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like actual defenses, it's God, I don't even know.
Defenses.
It's probably the AEW women's title
Yeah, that has.
because they've had like four different champions or 3 different champions in the past couple months.
Yeah, TNT was hot potato for a couple months there.
Yeah.
Because they did it back and forth with Hobbs and Wardlow, and then Wardlow dropped it.
But it's almost gone back and forth to like the same people, so many times. Darby Allin, Cody had it a few times, it was, I don't know. I always felt like it was just like hot potatoing between the same people.
Like the people were not thrown up in the title picture yet, right?
Sure.
But definitely could have a case for them eventually.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's getting kind of hostage by the Christian Luchasaurus situation right now. The TBS belt has been a great long-term one with good defenses. I mean, I think.
Well, not lately.
Right.
No.
Not lately, because Statlander has not been on TV.
What?
She's barely been on TV.
Yeah.
She had 3 minutes of a match on Collision. Don't give me this shit.
She's like 11-0 for the year.
Okay.
And
yeah,
she's
not all of them are title defenses.
And she's been back since late May. So, like, I think I think she's been on a show a week at least. I thought, and 11-0.
No,
I
she
think
wasn't
in
even at
singles.
All Out.
Yeah, she what?
Oh no,
She was at All Out. She wasn't at All In.
Soraya wasn't at All Out.
Yeah, they swapped them. Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
So no, I want to disagree on that one. But that's fine. It's like agree to disagree. Moving on. That's my way of doing that. What do you think about the international title? I think the
oh my God.
What?
It went on too
really
fucking long.
That Orange Cassidy
I don't
story?
want all long title reigns at the same time.
Okay.
The magic of a long title reign is that it's supposed to be special and unique.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone is having long title reigns, it minimizes that. I don't think I'm wrong. It's like if you have blood in every match, it takes away the specialness of someone getting busted open. That's why when Kevin Owens got busted open on Payback, it was fucking cool and awesome. And when Jon Moxley gets busted open 3 minutes into a match, we're like, oh, it's a day that ends in Y.
Brad has got an opinion, I know, on this one. I want a wrestler's opinion of this.
That's fine.
What's your take?
If the match itself calls for it, I think it works.
Okay.
Like if all the matches are that violent, they deserve to be bloody.
And you could make a case for the Bullet Club John Moxley-ness, like they are supposed to be ruthless pit bulls.
Yeah.
In this.
But then why aren't they all bleeding?
Well, I will also point out
it's just Moxley.
No. I will also point out that the Moxley Cassidy match was Moxley didn't bleed.
No, yeah, great point. Very good point. Yeah, no, he did not.
Yeah, for the first time in like 2.5 months.
Right.
He had one match
and
where he didn't
that
bleed.
made it special.
Which proves my point. Thank you very much, Sorg. Moving on.
What?
Because if it happens all the time, and it doesn't become special. So you do something that doesn't happen all the time, and that makes it special.
I will say
that's my point.
I will say though that Orange Cassidy's title reign in and of itself was special. Just say for the fact that so many people could say that he's not championship material. He made that championship fun. He carried around in a friggin'
I completely agree.
He carried around in a friggin' backpack,
and he showed wear and tear throughout it.
Absolutely.
It was because the story became how long can he keep it up?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just want to say, quick thing. I went to the same high school as him, so I'm gonna have love for him.
No, I'm not dissing Orange Cassidy. The title reign was very good.
You're not having a problem with the fact of Orange Cassidy's reign.
Absolutely
you have
not.
a problem
No,
with the fact of
he
it
absolutely
existing.
He deserved the title reign. He deserved to main event the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
absolutely.
10,000%. It's the fact that that title reign exists in a world of other
exceedingly long titles,
similarly long title reigns.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a hot take on your end either, of like saying that like, oh, there's so many long-term title reigns going on, so many long-term stories being told. Sure, I definitely fully understand where you're coming from. But I love that title reign so much.
It's like
I love
Gunther.
the title reign
I
too.
love
I
love the Gunther title reign. I love
For
even
sure.
even the story they're telling here with
Gable.
Goldman, Gable. God,
Goldman.
he was like,
Jesus.
wasn't he
Shorty G.
G? I mean, I keep thinking of Scotty
Yeah.
G, and then I forget what the actual name is. It's
Chad
been-
Gable.
Chad
Chad
Gable.
Gable.
Thank you.
But see, the thing is with Gunther's storyline, he's had a lot of different opponents,
Mhm.
and that keeps it fresh. Same thing with Orange Cassidy.
And some very
Agreed.
very
Keeps it
definitely
fresh.
threatening opponents. You could have seen Drew or Sheamus and almost maybe Gable taking it off of him, maybe kind of sort of.
I still think Gable does.
And he could. Now that he broke the record, I think it's wide open to do it.
Some
Yeah.
of those.
Oh no, I think you have to do it now.
Some of those suplexes in that Gable Gunther match were so gnarly.
I mean, if they just
Loved
give
it.
if they gave Gable this run to just be this like pure wrestler, crazy, you know, he could lean toward, you know, he could lean toward this like badass Kurt Angle era, not like the pure like ECW Kurt, but like that like kind of probably
Like the Kurt that fought Shawn Michaels.
I was gonna that one or the mid TNA one, like the Kurt Angle that jumped in and headbutt Samoa Joe, right?
I don't want that one because Kurt was on so many painkillers.
Okay,
So-
yes, but conceptually,
Just wrestle machine.
yes, that.
So you
ref-
want
exactly.
so you want Gable to act like he's on a lot of painkillers. Got it.
yes.
Hell, I do that for free at
TNA,
880.
you messy bitch.
I do that for free at 880 every Thursday.
Yeah. Damn it. Walking right into it. There's been a lot of drug talk on both shows tonight. It's been really weird. Anyways. I don't know what to do with this.
AEW. Saraya is gonna fight again at some point.
What's that?
Saraya is gonna fight again at some point. We're gonna find out who
Well,
she's
well, yeah,
who
it's gonna
she's
be a
going up
grand-
against.
Do you think she's going to be that champion that doesn't defend her belt at all?
Oh no, I think she's losing it immediately.
Okay.
I think they gave her the win for England, and then
Sure.
she's gonna lose it again.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I know she had been dealing with some intestinal issues or something like that. I think it was some kind of digestive something or other. And that's
Because
why
she eats too much beans on toast.
Oh no! Listen, we had beans on toast at the All-In party, okay, at Podner brought, and they were delightful. And that's definitely not what gave me COVID. Okay, I just because
There's a correlation there, Sorg. I don't know.
I don't know. Correlation is not causation. What are you, a dirt sheet writer?
Oh no, that's someone else who has been on this show.
The Eddie and Claudio title for title with a New Japan title
Oh,
is
boy.
very
It's enticing.
very intriguing because
I-
either way is very interesting to me.
I know it's not going to. It should main event Grand Slam.
I want right.
I agree.
And it could.
I know
could.
it's
could.
not going to because we do have a world title match.
We have a world title match, but that has historically opened Grand Slam.
That's what I was literally
think-
gonna say.
I
AEW
think-
loves that.
You're
think
right.
Both years, hasn't it?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Then I would much prefer to see Claudio and Eddie close Grand Slam.
It's the better storyline for sure.
Oh hell yeah.
You get the excitement of what's going to happen with Joe and MJF to bring people into the show, and you stick around for this what the fuck match to end it, and with somebody holding both belts up at the end. And I want Eddie to get the Ring of Honor belt so bad, but I also want Claudio to be German, European uppercutting bitches in New Japan, America, and New Japan in general, because fuck yeah. Geez. And also, can I point this? I don't know if I've said this on the show, but it seems that the Bull Club or the
Blackpool Combat Club.
Combat Club. Thank you. You know where I was going. have a challenge of can I have a 5-minute television promo that encapsulates people, because Claudio did it a few weeks on Honor Club, and I know that was out on social media. It was just 5 minutes about why you haven't seen me wrestling on TV, because nobody's worthwhile for me. And I'm Superman and I'm better than you. And then Moxley had it for, I think it was one of the shows going into his match with Orange. And it talked about, like, and he talked, you know, the thing he talked about in the promo about, we're going to see, you know, I think you're worthwhile. Let's see if you're really worthwhile, like, kind of thing. Like it was some kind of respect, or I think you're, you know, I think you're a good champion, or something like that. But now you're going to really prove it against me. You know, like, it was so good, and he kept going on these offshoots. It was more of the messy bitch of the Combat Club than of between him and Claudio, but still, it was just like, yo, he's still going.
Well,
he's still going.
Like
we're on TNT, and they're just letting him go. You know.
Was that the promo where he kept attacking Yuta during it?
What's that?
Was that the promo where he kept stopping Yuta during the promo?
No. That's the Claudio one where he kept uppercutting him in the promo the night before the match, where he was going to be teaming with him. It was like,
yep.
I just, like, Yuta as the whipping boy has also been amazing, which also means Yuta is going to level up at some point, or Yuta is going to just pitbull tear into the rest of the Bullet Club when he's done and says, I'm done being the whipping boy. What am I saying?
Bullet Club.
Fuck me. The Bullet Combat Club.
Per se BCC.
Sorry. There was a Buckeye Combat Club this weekend, and it kind of threw me off, I guess. But anyways, listen, man, my mind is blown. I recovered from COVID.
Yeah.
I was in a wind tunnel last week. I watched people race cars. I watched wild shit happen with cars and people and cuckoo clocks that are 3 times my height in Ohio, with that Swiss/Amish country. See the Awesome Cast for more. Fuck. It's been a weird
that
week.
is terrifying. just go to Impact 1000 and have a normal weekend. Although I did almost get into a fight at Impact 1000. So.
Not with your chanter, buddy?
No, with someone who decided to kneel in front of me and block the ring.
Boo.
Oh,
yeah. He started getting up in my business, and I was just like, "You're in the way. Please remove yourself." And he did eventually.
I'm sure it was just that calm as well.
No, for me it was.
Yes.
For me it was.
Were you there with your lady?
No, I was there with a buddy who had never seen wrestling before.
Oh, that's right. How was that?
He enjoyed the show.
Mm-hmm.
Was confused by a lot of it
because it was like, hey, here's this person from 10 years ago, and he's like, who?
Yeah. Really liked. His favorite part was also the same as mine, the Leo versus Saban match.
Sure.
It was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, had a really good time. I took him around to meet all the wrestlers that I met, so it was wild.
Did you tell the wrestlers? Did you just tell the wrestlers that's his first wrestling show?
Nah, I didn't want to embarrass him.
Aw.
I didn't want to embarrass him. I was being a good friend.
I would have loved to see the interactions there.
But he got to hold Tommy Dreamer's kendo stick.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism.
Okay,
no.
Good. Just feel like we need to clarify that for your friend. Anyways.
But also Tina is saying in the chat that she's pumped to see Brian versus Zack Sabre Jr. Which,
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that sounds like
she will be seeing in person up there in Seattle, I'm sure. So that is exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to watching that. That is just a few weeks away, isn't it?
Yep, they have 3 pay-per-views in the span of 5 weeks.
Okay,
Whoa.
I'm glad I. All right,
that's a lot of money to shell out.
Well, you know my secret. Secret.
I'm just saying, not everyone has those secrets, Sorg. That's a lot to ask of your paying public.
Yeah.
Without a streaming service.
I agree. And it is an interesting test. It is an interesting test in this environment. in this economy to ask people to pay, and I think they're still $50 pay-per-views, aren't they?
They sure are.
So
And I thought they would at least try and do like a combo deal for All In and All Out,
yeah, no.
like on cable providers or something like that. But
and
no, they didn't do it.
They do keep touting that the pay-per-view numbers are very good. So I can't even find the pay-per-views when I go to Bleacher Report. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible website. You're full of shit. Yeah, this is just news. Listen, whatever is happening with live sports, I was just listening to a podcast talking about Max's live sports plan, and they may be doing live sports for free for people when they roll these out here in maybe a couple of months, and maybe they'll beat ESPN. I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't even know who runs that anymore. I think it's the Shark Week people. So who knows where that's going to go? And if they're not having real talks and a real plan to put AEW of some sort streaming or cataloged on Max, stupid fucking name, and we make fun of the Peacock every week. But at least I can watch NXT.
But at least on the cock, you know what you're getting.
At least on the cock, you know what the Peacock is. You know what the Peacock looks like. You know how to talk about the Peacock with your loved ones. The Max is like the MTV show from the 90s, right? Like the feminine hygiene product. The you know, it's not a word. It's the Max is like a function,
any kind of,
not a destination.
Any kind of website with an X in it probably shouldn't be called that. Unless it has 3 X's. And then that makes sense.
That's what it is. And that's where it would have come back together. Because you know what they did take away? Not to go on a rant here. They did take away the adult content. The late night adult content that used to be on HBO Go and now. And not that I look for this stuff, hypothetically. But it was there, and I just feel like there's a part of the complete package that was missing, and in my expectation as a teenager growing up and getting HBO free on the weekends, I'm like, oh, good, at 1 a.m, I can see some boobies. But anyways, we do the hard
especially,
content.
They combined with the company that was affectionately known as Skinamax, and all of those movies are.
And now all we say is Max, but we don't have the Skinna? Like, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do?
It's more like Min, am I right?
Yeah, right. What are you doing? You're missing. Like, okay, but we have Sharks and how and
they don't even have Taxi Cab Confessions on there, which was harmless.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
See, there it is.
I've been afraid of going in a taxi ever since.
There is a decent.
So I thought I had to confess things.
There's a decent contingent of horror movies on Max, though.
Yes.
Like,
well,
let's
that's
be
good
honest.
content, but let's see. If we want to put the Skinna.
Well, I mean, there's good content, but you know that we also need the trash content every now and then.
We definitely need the trash
Absolutely.
content. Yes. Anyways, which one has Fuckboy Island?
That's Max.
That's Max. There you go. Okay, so that at least they're leaning a little bit, but you know, shit. Put AEW on.
It also
Max.
has Tiny Toon Adventures, so you know.
Hell yeah.
Something for everyone.
Put AEW on Max, you cowards.
Yes.
Is what I'm trying to get to. There you go.
Get rid of Bleacher Report fucking yesterday.
Oh my God. Fix it. Fix it. Even like they absorb Bleacher Report as a brand into Max. That's your ESPN, and I'm doing your job for you.
Damn.
Give me money. Because every podcaster has solved all the problems of professional wrestling. All right, let's move on.
And some podcasters create new ones.
Yeah.
By the way, Nia Jax came back.
You know what? I was just looking at the trucks sitting in Pittsburgh, and also there was a truck in the background, I think, on SmackDown that had her face on it. And I'm like, wow, they really need to update those. Turns out they went the other way in updating it. So
it turns out they did upgrade.
I was like, wait, Was that a predictive move, or has it just been on there since she left in 2021?
Those things are actually just sentient Sorg. They just, they're like Transformers. They change with the city.
Okay. Hey, going to give a shout out to our friends feeding our guests tonight. We fed children with pizza tonight so they could leave us alone during the awesome cast earlier. Slice on Broadway, New York City style yins are made. Many locations. Rico and the fellas down there and girls and peoples over at Slice on Broadway, the OG, the original, right up the street here on the train tracks in Beachview. But thank you so much to them for supporting our show, feeding us and our guests, so we don't have to worry about one more thing on podcast night. SliceOnBroadway.com. Guys, it's time to learn. Find out what did you learn from wrestling this week. Chat room, hit us up. Mike, what did you learn from Impact 1000?
Well, what did I learn from Impact 1000? Wow. I learned that it doesn't matter if I was a fan of the person or not. If I see you in the ring celebrating a win with your child, I'm going to cry. And that's a veiled spoiler. I'm not going to tell you
of what kind of dad Mad Mike is going to be here in a couple months. It's going to be a lot of weeping. It's going to be a lot of weeping. Oh boy, I'm sure I'd be in the same boat too. So
definitely,
I'm gonna turn into Dad Mike.
Dad Mike, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I wish we should documentary this a little bit.
I think we are.
we should bring back Listen to Your Parents with Matt
Carlins.
Carlins.
Hold on. I speaking of Dad Mike, I learned something else this week. This is not to do with wrestling, but it is a life lesson. If you are going to assemble a crib,
no,
assemble the crib in the room it is going to go in.
Oh,
epic advice.
Yes. I did not do that because I wanted to watch the football. So my plan was to watch football, and while the football game was on, build said crib and be done in time for the Giants-Cowboys game.
As you do.
I accomplished this feat.
Mm-hmm.
The crib was done at like 7:30. Cowboys-Giants game was at 8:15. Perfect time. Went to move the crib. Got all the way down the hallway. Got to the doorway of the baby's room. Fuck. Realized an error in judgment that I made. Had to take apart said crib.
Like fully?
Almost completely fully.
Hate to hear.
I feel like I've done the same with IKEA furniture.
But so I detached several parts, and then I'm like, I'm just going to watch football, and then I'm going to deal with it afterwards. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like a true dad.
Pro tip:
I'll deal with this kid after the football.
Assemble. Well, I mean, it's an inanimate object, Sorg. It's a little bit.
What? Don't talk about your kid that way.
It's a crib. There's no child yet.
Okay. I'm so confused.
It's going to be slightly different rules.
I thought that's what the turnbuckle went in. I don't know.
Wow, Sorg, you really you need to learn a lot about turnbuckles.
Well, I never completed training, so that's where I went wrong. When you're doing what with the turnbuckle?
By the way, it doesn't look like it's very edible, so I don't think George Steele would have ever been an Impact.
Good to know. Brandon St. James, what'd you learn from
wrestling?
Wrestling?
It doesn't even feel like it's.
What'd you learn from wrestling recently?
I learned that I'm flexible in wrestling, not physically.
Okay.
Not physically.
I was gonna say, are you
No.
CJ Perry?
No. No, I am not. I learned that I go with.
He is wet and wild. So.
I am. Hell yeah, I am. That I go with the flow, and just cause I am only saying this because my match on Saturday got changed up like an hour, 45 minutes before it happened, and I just said, yeah, cool, no problem. Let's have fun. And I still.
That's a good attitude. That's a good wrestling attitude
yeah.
that a lot of people should probably lean into.
And like I said earlier, it's because of Thursday night fights. Tune the hell in.
That's right. That's right. We got a pretty crazy idea we developed tonight that I'm trying to pitch.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we'll see
we
what
did.
happens.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Can we have a musical guest? I don't know. You know.
It kind of works on Fridays sometimes.
There you go.
So.
Well, yeah. Actually, you should probably come down Fridays. Book them. Anyways, from the chat room, Tina learned that all 4 horsewomen are now Grand Slam champs. Of course, Becky Lynch winning the NXT Championship tonight. Spoiler alert if you didn't watch it. If you're waiting for the
it's okay. We air after NXT.
That is true. That is true.
What did you learn about wrestling this week, Sorg?
I learned that John Cena will not show up to a Honda event.
But Ric Flair will show up to Giant Eagle.
What?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I heard
what?
that too.
That
How
happened?
did I hear about that? You had
Dude, Ric Flair is showing up to multiple Giant Eagles this week. Derek Dillinger met him at Giant Eagle today. I kid you not.
There better be a video of Derek Dillinger
There's a
meeting
photo.
Ric Flair.
There's a photo. I've seen it.
I've met Ric Flair. I'm not impressed. Is this what I was sent today? I was sent something about his energy drink. I'm like, oh yeah,
that's probably what it is.
I'm like,
dude.
oh yeah, oh boy, you know. And I didn't realize that the point of it was. I think my sister sent this to me. Former WWE star will be visiting to promote his new Woo energy drink. See, I saw former WWE star and Woo energy drink, and I'm like, yeah, he's got an energy drink, whatever. And I did not click through. Oh, and it was, see that one. So the preview article did not say visiting local Giant Eagles on it, but if you click through to the Facebook, it does.
Sure.
And then I can go click. So 3 clicks later, I can figure out what the point of this is and get excited for it. Okay. Am I going to meet Ric Flair at a Giant Eagle? Well, you know what? I might want to.
Exactly.
Meet and greet line, get a photograph. Wait, are they free? Are they free photographs? Because they were charging like $70 when he was here.
Nothing
10 years
Ric
ago.
Flair does is free.
Well, I mean,
anymore.
he's getting paid.
Yeah, he's definitely getting
Well, it's
paid.
like, well, listen, when we did this thing, there was an event at the casino, and they would have like Ricky Steamboat and I think Kevin Nash might have been at one, and like they were free autographs, but like the casino paid for it to get you into the casino,
right?
You know, to casino,
right?
So, you know, like it kind of depends. Like someone footing the bill here. So, you know, it kind of depends on where you're at there. And I think Woo energy drink.
Does Giant Eagle have that kind of money that they can just?
No. It's not Giant Eagle that paid for it. It's whoever is the proprietor of whoever pays for Woo. Listen, Ric Flair did not invent an energy drink. Let's make this clear. That's what I learned.
If it did, it probably doesn't work.
Well, it probably isn't FDA approved.
Yeah, definitely not.
So, like, first of all, like, there's a company that has an energy drink, probably the same thing that Hulk Hogan's energy drink was, or there was the same thing that The Rock's energy drink was. And we're just gonna yes.
So I just looked up Ric Flair's Woo energy. In this drink are adaptogenic mushrooms.
What the fuck?
Fuck yeah, let's
go.
go.
Now we're what? You have my attention. Break the
would-
rules, be spontaneous, and create your own joy.
I love how it starts with break the rules.
Focused energy, mood boosting, stress relieving. 6-pack for $30. Strawberry, banana, lemon, or dragon fruit.
That leads me to believe that this drink is already illegal. And
Get
that
it?
I want it.
They have 4 different types of mushrooms in the drink.
Okay.
Adaptogenic mushrooms have been around for centuries. These compounds contain adaptogens, they made that shit up, that help the body fight off harmful chemicals and biological effects and create stress at a cellular level. Using these naturally potent antioxidants daily can help protect you and enhance overall well-being. Is that how he got out of the hospital? Lion's mane, known for nootropic benefits. That is not a real word. Help to increase focus, memory. Cordyceps. I guess you are the chemist here.
I am a scientist.
Yes, you are a scientist by degree. Are widely
by degree,
known
definitely not by trade name.
to boost energy and rejuvenate mind, the gut support and overall cognitive brain function. Where is the notice?
Yeah, if you go to the about, it shows you the 4 types of mushrooms that are in these drinks.
Ooh, let's see these mushrooms. Well, there they go. Wow,
Jaga.
Those are just pictures of fucking mushrooms. Turkey tail.
I've only ever heard of one of them.
I think I have.
because I watch cooking shows.
I think I have these in my backyard, and I don't think I'm supposed to eat them. What is?
So you're supposed to
happening?
drink them.
I think I saw
What the
some.
fuck is that cordyceps? What? Can you roll back to that one real quick?
What?
One more up.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a sponge from the bottom of the sea. It's a cordyceps.
It looks like a fake fire.
It does. This looks like stuff. Listen, I visited the largest fairy garden ever across from the cuckoo clock, and this looks like the stuff that was painted on the foam for moss. Okay, and I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Do I get these drinks and
I'll split
it
a
makes
case with
me
it.
sort get them and try them out on the show.
Well, boy.
We've tested energy drinks.
So you guys
before.
can call the ambulance for me, live on the air.
I get worried when Woo Energy's sparkling mushroom elixir. That doesn't sound appetizing at all.
Free shipping on orders over $60.
That's only 2 cases.
It says it will deliver hours of sustained, non-jittery energy and focus, but all caps, without the crash.
As opposed to the 80s. Guys.
I want to know, powered by Legends, LGNDS. All right, now we're doing a deep dive on this.
Brandon St. James, thank you for joining us. Maybe stick around for Patreon for a couple minutes if you. Yeah. He's down. He's down with it. Thank you, Mad Mike, our research department, now researching the Ric Flair drink. We might see how this concludes on Patreon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been your Mayhem show for the week. What do I do here? Oh, we'll see you guys next time. Again, stay tuned for what time we'll be on next week. That might be a little bit of a floaty situation there, and I will be probably broadcasting from a hotel room again. And then we will be back in 2 weeks with James Deegan from Mega Cat Games, the creators of the WrestleQuest game that's on, I think, all major consoles and your phone via Netflix, if you subscribe to that. Very cool game. I've been playing a little bit, and I'm not a big JRPG fan, but it's been a lot of fun. I love the quirky concepts that are going on there. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.